Hello and welcome to the Turkish Grand Prix. Jivago first, Justinka second, then Marek and Fake. And we are off
Behind.
for the second time in Turkey. And Justinka goes into first place at the... Jivago has dropped it. Fake in P3 now goes through Marek. No, Marek respawns on the outside. There's Deha on the outside there. Fighting with Palkus, who had a good start.
Fun fact, we have first row F1 rivalry and second row F2 rivalry.
Yes, and Deha on the outside fighting it with Palkus for P5. Deha with better traction out of the corner goes in front for now. No, Palkus on the outside. K-Max sneaking. But Palkus takes the place. Goes 5th on the grid. 2 places gained at the start from him. Renault is still holding on the outside. A fight behind there with Lind and Vettel. And Deha on the inside of Termate. Oh, this is an amazing fight between these two, and now Palkus goes in front. And Deha gets a bad exit under attack from K-Mag maybe now. It's free wide! And K-Mag on the inside of Deha goes through.
On his home race.
And the home hero is into 6th place. At the front, Justinka from Jivago, from Marek, from Fake. Horse into 16. Argent behind him. Horse fighting it with Devo for 16. Jivago closing up to Justinka at the last corners, he can't do it. Palkus looks quick though, he's behind Fake now along with K-Mag, and Soch goes past Deha, and both the Red Bulls have met on track. Lind on the outside of the Renault there, no.
Now the Red Bulls coming back.
The Red Bulls are coming back. Vettel is through on the line. Lind slots behind, and Palkus into 4th place. Past Fake, K-Mag behind. And so Deha is slowing down.
Look at the
almost 3 wide mode. Look at that fight behind. Galsh, YMB, Pilke, Shiny, Devo is even there. And so close to K-Mag, they almost hit each other. And now K-Mag on the inside into 5th place, Shiny into the... Maybe good race pace from him, Lind into 11th, and Pilke on the outside of YMB. Can he do it? No, he can't. Galch up to 14, fighting with Devo. Soch into 6th past Fake. Fake is also slowing down along with Deha.
And Shiny is going on his teammate now.
Yeah, and he's through. Shiny into 9th place, good start from him. Looking at positions, 4 places gained from Shiny. 3 from Palkus, 3 from Sargent, 3 from Trinket.
And Skoda's last.
Things are looking interesting. Shiny is closing up on Deha in front. Maybe on the back straight.
YMB went past Vettel.
And YMB in the points now. Something is going on there with Vettel's car since qualifying 3.
Probably lots
of power. So much is happening. And the BMWs are fighting. Somebody went fastest lap, I think that was Justinka. Look at the amount of fight, there is 3 wide almost there. Argent behind Drugovic, both of them past Devo in the same corner. Shiny into 8th on the outside of Deha. They're all catching up to Fake. Shiny slots behind. They're also close. There goes YMB on the inside of Shiny and Deha on the inside of Fake. And both of them don't make their passes. And Soch is close to the home hero on the outside. Soch into the top 5, his form is surely up. And Deha on the outside of Fake is also through. Or is he? Yes, he is. And Fake under attack from Shiny and YMB now. Shiny is so close at the exit.
He's surely going down the inside now, or not.
Or YMB is going on the inside of both of them. And he's past Shiny, he will pass Fake on the exit. Beautiful move there from the championship leader, who's up into the... well, kinda good points for him. Looking at Strike, Trinket and Sargent, YMB into 8th place. Galsh trailing the Red Bull of Shiny now. Maybe savings... and look at Sargent approaching from behind. From P21. And the top 3 have run away. Justinka, Jivago and Marek.
Albon's already 8 seconds off.
Maybe, yes, and Deha goes
Shiny on
past
fake.
Drugovic.
And it's maybe a free.
Yes, it's close between the Red Bulls
That's
too.
also in there.
And
Oh,
they're
Maverick has
not
problem.
going through both of them. Shiny blocks off Vettel and now gives him way. Toch is closing Palkus quickly. And there goes Gal out of nowhere.
On Shiny.
And
Maybe
through
the
into
Red Bull doesn't
11.
cold tires.
Soch is right behind Palkus now. 3-4 for Peugeot, that's a historical result there. Looking like it so far. 3-5 now, should be 3-4 in a second. Randy fighting with Horse at the back, the two wingmans, and Skoda found himself in last.
Fake. No, going on fake, I think. 1/10, quite close. Around the outside now. Maybe now he found the pace, or maybe it was just the tires are being fit up correctly.
Maybe he needed to warm up his tires a lot longer than the others. I mean, look at the Peugeot.
Yeah.
And Gal's behind fake now for 1 point. And he's trying to go through, that's close between them.
To be honest, it's a mystery how Peugeot's doing so good.
I don't know how either. But I like that.
1-3-7! What?
Nothing. And now Gal's past fake.
Givago looking set for his third second place finish this season.
Yeah, that's Robert Kubica right there.
You mean David?
And David. Kubica has more second places by now, I think.
Yeah, but David had like 4 in the season.
Intense fight for P10. Gal's on the inside.
Behind.
And Sargent already made it almost into the points, along with his teammate. And that's a big fight there, and Sargent is past Lind. Galsh into the points for Dodge. Fights around there. Sargent lost a place now. Skoda went past. The wingman are at the back. And so he's still behind Palkus.
Palkus kind of trying to be the train leader, but everyone behind is still somewhat slow.
And Trinket close to Pilke. On the outside, typical move we've seen.
The rivalry from last season between them.
And Trinket wins this battle into 15.
Lynchia got the place of Sargent again, but Sargent is going down the inside for P13, just behind Shiny.
And he's indeed just behind Shiny. Then he's coming back at the Dodge. Inside of turn 8. Sargent holding it through on the outside.
But Lynn getting the edge over him now again. Down the inside.
Braking zone. Shiny is still in the way. One thing I'm observing right now. Both the West Coasts are disappointing in race pace. 16th and 17th is not what we expected of them. Lent into 13th now past Sargent. No, this fight is still going on. And a BMW of Trinket behind is sneaking up on the Dodge. And indeed, he makes the move.
He can make it stick though.
For 14th place, he does make it stick. And Deha close to K-Mag, the home hero, and look at the speed advantage from the Renault on the straight. And Deha goes through into 6th. I like this result.
I feel like we're back
Arrows,
in season 5.
Peugeot and Renault top 6.
Yeah, we're back in season 5.
Yeah. But now Soch is in Peugeot, along with Marek.
Well, that doesn't matter.
Fight behind Lit and Shiny.
Basically, the Constructors champion with former Red Bull, now Renault. It's the Constructors runner-up, former Jaguar, now Arrows. And well, the third team, which is not FSO, but...
it's Marek, but it's Peugeot can be compared to FSO.
Yeah.
Not in terms of results, but yeah, it's just fair. Trinket into 13th. Good race by him. Already 9 places up. Pilker down 7 along with Fake. So seems like the DMS car was set up for qualifying. And Shiny loses another place to Trinket now. Time's very close between Jivago and Marek. They're close to each other all race so far. I think Palkus is... yeah, Palkus is catching them slightly. And Soch is doing similar lap times to these ones in front. I think I'm catching Soch.
Not. He's 4 seconds slower.
No, I mean not to Palkus, to Marek and Jivago. And
Oh.
Deha is catching Soch. The two shitty Polish drivers at the front now, and Lind fighting it out for 4 points. 11th now past Fake, passing Galsh now on the exit. 1 point for Toyota now. And look at Trinket taking advantage there, 12th place. He's making up positions very nicely. And now maybe past Galsh? No. And Fake comes back at him on the outside. And
Big
gets
flip
through
position.
now.
YMB's at the back of K-Mac, only 1 second between them.
Championship leader looking very nicely in P8. Gaining some more points on Trinket and Sargent most importantly
Trinket
now.
is not anymore a threat. It's
Then
more, now
Sargent.
it's more Jivago. If you want to have to drive in P3 also, then it's Jivago right now. On live standings.
Jivago. What's the gap to him to YMB now?
Wait, he gains, how much does he gain? 14? Well, it's called 15. So, he goes... 31. No, wait, I'm misreading.
It's still quite a lot.
31.
Deha behind, so...
40. Flat 40.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
And Deha versus his second team. Into the top 5 goes the Renault.
And I think there's something in the air for P7.
Ooh, three-way fight there. At the last braking zone, and Galch get passed by both cars at the same time. Fake and Trinket. And I forgot the livery for Renault, no! The Bumblebee would have won, and now it's gonna be just a Renault.
Alien on the side. Also look at the fight for P7. Again. YMB and now Vettel also joined the fight.
Yeah, Vettel, hello. Picking up the pace, I see. Kilke fighting it out with Sargent. Sargent losing places now. The Americans are fighting for 15, all of them.
Yeah.
And Vettel behind YMB now. Streak of points is still on. How many races did you score points in a row now? Counting this one.
Excluding or including? Yeah.
Including.
7. If we
That's a lot. Surprising you're not in the championship fight. But
yeah,
you're on the attack for YMB.
Yeah, it's 15, 12, 4, 12, 6, 4. Would be 4 again.
And now 4, yeah.
Soon maybe 6.
And is the Porsche gonna respond on the straight? I guess not. Or maybe they're both catching K-Mark.
They're like equally quick. So he's even dropping on the straight. Red Bull's quite quick on the straight line speed. So really was just the tires being on the temperature and losing so much time.
Yeah, look at Shiny too. He's also gaining positions now. But he has no DRS.
Yeah.
Now he has one. Maybe it broke for a second.
I just say that Shiny had a good start, so I think he just
goes through.
Had some troubles. Maybe.
Yeah, the tire problems maybe for Red Bull.
I think it gained 11 positions. Started last. Look where his teammate is now. Last. By 4 seconds. Man. At this rate, I see Trinket still scoring points, and Vettel now going down the inside to 7.
Yeah, Trinket making it a good race.
Albus got up to Marek. Fight for
He did.
P3.
Hey, the Slovakians are fighting for the podium. Palkus's first podium since the comeback. Quite interesting. And Marek is slower now. This is the chance for Palkus.
On lap 9, almost lap 10.
Still a long way to go.
Uh-huh.
But a double podium for Arrows would be something special.
First time this season.
And this would be pretty important looking at the Renault in 1 and 5.
That's some sort of good response to them.
And there goes Palkus on the Peugeot. Can he do it? The Slovakians are at it again for P3. And just like in Korea, Palkus is ruthless and goes into P3. And Marek has nothing to respond with.
Yeah.
P3 for Arrows. Double podium now. But these three teams are off everyone.
Oh, Vettel's catching up to Soch now, 2 seconds. Oh my god, the pace is quite good.
Yeah, the pace is good. Or the Peugeots have just hit a cliff and now they will drop off. 41.7. What's the fastest lap? 38, 38.
Oh.
It's nowhere close. West Coast trading positions with
Galsh.
Galsh.
And the other American just behind. West Coast against George.
And Pilke goes through both the cars now.
I've seen that before.
Yeah, I've seen that a couple of times.
Now Vettel is so close to Soch. He's really trying to get up the field.
Trying to get into the top 5.
Yeah.
The pace is good. The pace is very good. In this part of the race, Soch is blocking the road. Good defending there.
Shiny into 12.
Vettel on the inside, squeezing in. P6, he got him even before the corner has ended. And Soch also has nothing to respond with.
Yeah, maybe he can try to get pulled along a bit.
And he's gaining on Deha. Quite a lot.
Ooh. By this rate, if he can maintain
I feel like
the pace,
Soch might be eaten by the cars in
bound.
front in the coming lap.
I think at this rate, if he can keep the pace up, the podium is still possible. Look, the gap to Deha is 8 seconds. You're gaining like 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah, and then further 5 to the podium.
Because I think Deha is gaining on
I'm gaining on Marek, yeah.
I'm gaining on you.
The quickest car. I think you are the quickest car on track now. Yeah, you are the quickest car on track now.
Sadly, I didn't.
Good time to pit by Ferrari standards.
Yeah. Sadly, I wasn't good in quali 3. Otherwise, I could have had a chance.
Yeah, that
of
was
winning.
weird, to be honest. You are always good in quali 3. Pilke making it another position for West Coast P13. Drugo and Sargent for 17. Now the gap is 8 seconds to me. 1 second between me and Marek. Maybe next lap. Maybe on the straight even. I'm not sure. We'll reach half race distance in a lap.
Yeah.
And a big fight for P8 is coming up.
Yeah.
Weinby and Lind. And Trinket right behind them. And they are closing up on Marek. On the back straight. And down the inside of the Peugeot, just like with Soch. Marek gives me a little fight though.
And I think with that,
I go
Renault
P4.
P3 in the
Yes! And Palkus isn't close. Isn't very far in front. And K-Mag is defending for his life. He did it for now. There goes Weinby on the inside though.
Take the position.
Yes, he can. K-Mag defending on the outside. Nothing's happening. There's Trinket behind them and Lind on the exit immediately. Good traction by the Toyota and Lind into 9th place. And Deha gaining on Palkus now, huh? Double podium for Arrows or double podium for Renault, or double podium for no one looking at Vettel's pace. K-Max is still defending from these cars behind. And is squeezing in and will go through now.
And can Trinket respond to that as well? Or is he staying behind for now? Shiny's
He's staying
surely out of
behind.
the
Very
picture.
clever race by Trinket so far. And look, he's capitalizing again on moves in front.
Yeah.
He did
even
that for
around the
like half of the
outside.
field now. And there he
Around the
goes on the
outside.
outside. Trinket is into the
Straight
points.
into the
Very,
points.
very
From last.
clever race from him so far.
Very good race. The pace is very, very good.
And
From
Deha
last
on the
to
straight
point.
again. Alkus is further in front though. Is there enough speed from the Renault power unit? There's not. But the braking is good and Deha
Into
for the
P.
podium, yes! P3. Renault 1 in 3. But the top two are way off.
Would be a pit stop off. Roughly.
Uh-huh. And Trinket behind Lind now. This will have to be a move then, not capitalizing on someone, unless... I don't think Lind can catch YMB though.
I think they are.
And they're catching Soch. Soch will drop 13 behind Vettel now. His pace is horrible now. YMB 3 seconds faster will most likely catch him next lap. We are into the second half of the race now. And Galsh and Fake are fighting. And Galsh is through. The Dodges are low. Slow this race from Dodge. Very slow and Trinket behind Lind. He's trying to make a move. But there's not enough space there.
Maybe on
You'll have to try later, maybe on the back straight, maybe on into turn 8, maybe now. 1 second between Marek and Vettel.
Look at Pilke catching up to Shiny, and Shiny's also catching up to K-Max, so maybe there's a fight for 11th ongoing soon.
Still no points for 11.
Ooh, 6/10 only. Maybe on the straight. Well, I think they're already in the braking. Or maybe 2/10.
If he gets a good exit...
No, he doesn't.
No, it's not a good one. Oh, he's closing! Can he do it?
Oh.
Like Deha did, they come close together!
But he takes.
But
the
Trinket,
position, I think.
amazing move, their clinical move. Trinket into 9th and YMB in front now.
Druid on fake.
And
maybe.
Vettel behind Marek. It was looking like 3-4 at one point for Peugeot and now it's 6-7.
Pilke passed Shiny for 12. Maybe the race pace of the West Coast isn't too bad.
Maybe they're picking it up at the end. Good
Yeah,
tire
like-
conserving? I'm not sure.
Or just maybe some longer scenario 7 for Lando Norris.
Maybe.
4/10. They caught up to Soch as well, so a freeway fight for P7 is about, I think.
And
if
Soch
Trinket
is still
able to catch up.
slowing down. Vettel close to Marek on the outside. He can't do it. Not yet, at least. Gets a good launch out of the corner.
And Deha's catching up to Givago. Oh, by how much though?
By 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Interesting. And Vettel,
down
look
here
at the
in
closing speed. The Red Bull is a beast on the straights today. And Vettel goes through into 5th. Marek slots behind for some free slipstream. He's even trying to counter-attack now. And there he goes on the inside.
But he backs
Can't
off.
do it. How is Costa Rica doing?
I think that match is already finished because they've...
YMB on Soch. Similar fashion to Marek. But Soch defends this one. And train behind keeps on going.
yeah, the match ended. And it's 7-0!
My god.
They
Rip
scored-
Costa Rica.
Carlos Soler scored the 19th and Alvaro Morata 19th plus 2.
Yeah, they just gave up.
Yeah.
Pilke, 3
7.
seconds faster than K-Mark.
Mm-hmm.
What is in space? 44. Maybe at the
And
end.
why be on Soch? Why be on Soch?
Yes, maybe on the outside. No, Toch is still defending very well.
Yeah, and Trinket now is allowed to catch
Now,
up to
YMB finds the inside of the Peugeot now and goes through.
take position.
7, 6 points. Trinket again capitalizing on fights in front. Would be good if Soch holds off for maybe even 1 point.
Well, it's quite close behind him, so... But yeah, Kemek is quite off.
Yeah, K-Mac 11th in his home race and will be 12th in a second, I think, looking at Pilke's pace. Outside for Pilke, he can't do it. Shiny approaches behind. And Trinket on Soch on the inside, on the run to the back straight, and Trinket is already passed.
To P8. And
But
Soch
maybe
now is
Soch can
compromised
defend
and
with
now Lind.
slipstream from Trinket.
But
And
I think
Lind
Lind
is
quite close
approaching
now.
behind. Look at Lind.
On the
Look at
outside.
him squeeze into the inside, but is there enough room for him? The BMW is in the way. We go too wide into the braking zone, but I think Lind will have this. On the inside, so on the inside now. Doesn't keep the place, keeps the place, maybe good exit from him. Pilke into 11th place, so he's down to 10. And Pilke is 144, I think Pilke can get into the points. Same with Shiny maybe, 143 there. Best, personal best. Vettel behind Palkus.
4P4.
Yeah, good
Austrian
race.
time P4.
Very good race. No, fighting with fake team has no pace today. Same for the DMSs, look, 19 and 21 now.
Yeah, that's
The
garbage.
DMSs have died in the race.
And Horse also died. I think Horse is getting lapped soon.
Yeah, pretty soon. Most likely will get up.
Slow down.
Shiny and K-Mark fighting. Lind behind Trinket.
Oh, he's going down the inside? No, he's not. And Vettel's at the back of Palkus. Maybe on the back straight now? Are
They're on the back straight now.
But under braking already.
No, can't do it so far. Shiny maybe will go past K-Mark, who is sadly
not
dropping position.
We
Almost
almost...
out of the point.
Yeah, we already passed 2/3 of the race distance. Now Shiny pulls out.
And
onto
the
king.
straight line speed kicks in again.
Yeah, and he takes P12.
12th place.
And Ninja on Trinket now.
Yeah, on the outside. Good move by the Toyota.
Almost went to the pit lane.
Saving some points. But Trinket's race is amazing. 13 positions up.
Yeah, Toyota's losing a lot of points to their direct competitors, and I think they might
Yeah,
fall.
Lind is saving the day, but the Renault and Aros are out of the question.
Yeah, they will pass them for sure. With
Well, I think Toyota is already behind them.
Nah, Toyota was in front of both of them before the race.
Oh,
and
then it will be
now
after.
Yeah, because Renault's taking 41 points, and
Ah.
Aros is taking what is it, 31 as of now.
And tightening up the fight between Aros and Renault.
No, opening up.
Well, opening up, whatever.
Yeah,
Renault is
because
getting
Renault's pulling
closer.
away. No, they're pulling away.
They are.
Yeah.
I thought Renault was 1 points behind Aros.
No, they are 14 points ahead.
Yeah, and good form so far.
And they will
well,
score
in the
11 more
couple
points.
of races past for Renault. How did this delivery? I didn't load this livery, I was stupid. So the Bumblebee won't win.
1/10, dropping off under braking. Maybe now down the inside, turning to the outside.
And yes, the Red Bull into 4th place. Maybe you can catch the podium. Who knows? What's the pace from me? 145, 143 from Vettel. Looks possible. With how many laps to go? 7?
7.
Yeah, that looks possible. The podium looks possible. Ruining the Renault party and my and my party. Another
You
podium would
already
be
have a
awesome.
party.
Yeah, but double podium, man, that's something. Only Toyota and Dodge have achieved this, and BMW and maybe some other team. And Pilke behind Soch now, and will get through. I think Pilke, yeah, he's running faster than Trinket, but Lind, yeah, Lind is the fastest car on track now. Vettel already 6 seconds behind me. Things are heating up. Maybe you will take your second
Just
podium
catching up to YMB.
in Turkey, out of all places.
Yeah, last podium of Vettel and Ferrari was in Turkey as well. It's a fight for P6
But
now.
you're driving a Red Bull.
Yes, I know. But I should have won the race, but it's what unlucky in qualify.
Yeah, with this pace you would have won the race.
Yeah, I said unlucky. Givago's closing up to Justinka.
Well, not
Deha's
unlucky,
catching up.
just lack of pace at the crucial moment.
Yeah.
At least you found it. Unlike Soch, who's under attack from Pilke. Soch running
Yeah.
146s all race
And the
from
fight for
like lap
P6 is
5.
on. YMB on the straight now, Marek.
And Marek, Peugeot losing even more places. Not yet.
That was the person that does have 140 or 41.
Pilke, Pilke on Soch.
For the last point.
And Pilke
Yes,
saves the day for West Coast, who we thought would be out of the points. Now Pilke is 10th, might be 9th even.
If he
The
gets
pace,
9, then they
143.
dump him in.
Trinket is closely matched with him. YMB and Lind and Trinket all behind Mark. I feel like both the Peugeots might drop out of the points. Look at Shiny Charge behind.
Fight for 11 is on.
Yeah, I feel like both Peugeots will drop out of the points. There goes YMB into 6th place.
And soon Lind and Trinket will follow that.
Uh-huh.
Marek drop into 9th.
Sad from Peugeot. They desperately need points to fight with Audi.
Yeah, that's true, but as it seems, the Peugeot is also made for quali pace.
Yeah, it was visible from the first race when they took pole position.
And Shiny on Soch.
Yeah, it's getting even worse for Peugeot as Shiny goes into 11th place. Finally a good race from him. The Red Bull is working around there. And Vettel for the podium maybe in a couple of, or maybe even next lap. Shiny is through.
To be honest, I
Would
think
be
if the race
the
like...
second podium for Red Bull this season.
And the second by me. To be honest, I think if the race would have been a bit longer, like 5, maybe 10 laps.
140! My god!
Then P2 would also be in reach. Maybe even P1. Yeah, Trinket on Lind.
P2 at
48.
most. P2 at most.
Yeah.
And Trinket is still past Lind, which is good for Marek, who tries to go past Shiny at this stage.
Right, so.
Good for Marek, who has to defend, and Stoch almost right, yeah. 6 tenths for the podium. The administrators are at it again.
Yeah.
Oh man, let it not end like in Spain.
Trinket
Which
on
was
Marek
Spain.
now.
Trinket on Marek. Reminder of last
7.
season from Slovakia. Ring. And
Into
Trinket is
7
through.
go. From last.
Slovakian. From last, yeah, that has to be said. From last. 420, 570, 751. The gap is growing at the exit. I have to drive for my fucking life, but that Red Bull is quick.
Or
Hold on for the double podium. No, the straight, you'll eat me. I know the Red Bull is strong up the straights, but you are too. 6 tenths, 5
We have the
tenths.
same engine.
Yeah. To be honest, yeah. 4 tenths, 3 tenths, 2 tenths, the gap is shrinking down. There goes Sebastian Vettel.
Or not.
And he can do it. Ruin the moment, man. Well, that's good for me. On to lap 21, 4 laps to go.
The Red Bull's closing up. And Givago's closing up to Justinka.
Oh! Right, but there's a car in between them.
That's a horse. A wild horse.
A white horse in between them.
A wild one.
Yeah, white 1.
And Ninja on Marek.
Yeah, lands into
With
8th
DPA.
place. Marek! Oh man, Pilke is quick. Marek is not.
Drink it for
41! Oh, behind YMB. Catching YMB from the back of the grid is something. 6 tenths between these two now.
He's really trying to fight. He's not able to because he's under braking.
The straight will decide your fate.
Yeah. And you can see that now in dirty air he's losing time and being like 3 seconds slower than his current lap times. So yeah. And as I said like multiple times this season and like multiple times in the video.
Yeah, the dirtier, dude.
No.
So much time in the
Yeah, but catching up to a car is one thing. Passing is another.
It looks good for you, don't complain.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying.
555! Double signs from Chicago. Justinka is indeed slowing down. 3 laps to go. 420, 365, 211! It's closing, braking zone! And again, the Renault is better on the brakes.
But now he is...
No, there's not enough room. Oh man, this is beautiful. They will fight until the very last corner. 3 more laps to go. Driving under intense pressure from the Renault driver there. Zhivago is 2 seconds faster now.
Maybe something at the end.
Maybe something at the end, yeah. And I think he will meet Horse at the straight, which is good for him. Maybe Zhivago will score the 8th. Trinket behind YMB too. The plot of the season. And Blend behind with good pace. Marek finally picked up the pace. Maybe we'll score 2 points for Peugeot.
Gaining 2 points on Audi, being 13th and 16th. Only DMS and Dodge are worse in comparison. And he's still not finding a way past. It's, as I said, it's the engine that makes you stay in front because you have the same.
But you have the same engine.
Yeah, as I said, you have the same engine. That's
now you're a little bit behind on the last lap. 4 seconds between the leaders. There goes Zhivago. Renault inside. Oh, Horse gives him a fight. Which is pretty interesting. Zhivago goes through. 4 seconds to gain at the last 2 laps.
Well,
things are getting interesting.
3.5 actually.
3 tenths. Now you're behind. Way behind. 2 laps to go. What about Trinket and YMB? This race is interesting at the end. 142.6 from Zhivago. Oh man, that will be close at the last lap between both of them. And Trinket too. 3 tenths, 2 tenths, 1 tenth. Can he go past his rival? Yes, he can. Trinket from last on the grid into 6th place. What a race by him. And look at Horse in comparison.
Now it's the question if he can pull away. 3 seconds.
3 seconds between the leaders.
Can Zhivago win his first race of the season and not be the eternal second this season?
We will see. In about 2 minutes. Oh, K-Mag!
Yeah.
Home hero into 13th at the last lap. And so Shiny catching up, Soch catching Shiny. Deha is giving him a fight. K-Mag on the outside. Can't make the move. Deha back to 13th. Then both the Dodgers and Drogovic in between them. Zhivago is way behind than what he would have wanted. He wants every bit of slipstream he can catch from the Renault. Vettel is a 1 second behind now.
Maybe the dirtier ruined his tires, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Fighting with YMB
well,
now.
you had problems with tires all around the race, it seems. Now with dirty air. Zhivago and Justinka on the last lap of the race. Zhivago 1.7 quicker around the lap.
On the last straight. It's now 15-16 for Audi.
K-Mag gets past Gulch. Oh, and the Audis have met. Drogovic behind his teammate. Now will go in front. Drugowic's race start against his teammate is even better now. Well, whatever. 1.5, 1.4! The gap is way closer now. Is that because of Skoda? No, it's not. Skoda is behind. 1.3! The gap is shrinking down. 1.4 between these two too.
But it's opening up here, not shrinking. Or is it shrinking? No, it's opening up.
Turn 8. Oh, this is intense. This is intense. I love that. 1.3. 1.4. Their tier kicks in. Now, is Skoda gonna get involved there with the Renault? That's a good question to ask. I don't think. Onto the back straight. I think Justinka has got it.
Yeah, it's Randy also in front of them.
And onto the last braking zone, and yes, Justinka has got it. It's close between them. It will be within a second between Justinka and Zhivago. But for the second year in a row, Justinka wins the Turkish Grand Prix. Zhivago is once again on the podium. And it's gonna be a double podium for Renault. I'm in P3, and we are close in P4.
Because the Red Bull tires died.
Oh man. 1, 2, 3. P3 for Deha, yes! Another podium. P4 for another administrator. Again. Palkus finishes a very strong race in P5 though. Very good race by the Slovakian. Then it's Trinket in P6, also an amazing race by him from last to P6. Then it's his sort of rival now, YMB in 7th, increasing the gap to Sargent, but Zhivago gains on him. Lind saves some points for Toyota in P8, Marek holds on for P9 and 2 points. And Pilke takes the last glory point for West Coast. I liked that, it was very good. What is your opinion, Sebastian? Jeremy, whatever? Heine 11th, Soft 12th?
Could have been better.
I'm happy as I could be. Devo, 13th place, unlucky for him. Then Gauss, Drugovic and Sargent and K-Mag. Audis and Dodges with no pace this race. And same has to be said for DMS. Fake 18, Timo 19. Randy with no pace in P20. Look, there's Zhivago past Skoda there too. Randy in P20 after a bad race. Same has to be said for Skoda and Horse. And Skoda will finish P21 close to Zhivago. And the race is over.